Today I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how we can do spreadsheet moves at Symantec. If you remember recently, we were on site for a space management demonstration and we ran out of time at the end of the demo. So this short video here should hopefully clarify how Symantec can leverage spreadsheets for move imports or importing spreadsheets for their moves. In Centerstone, under the Structural Units tab, under the Moves link, is where all of the moves exist. So you can either search for moves here, or you can click Add Move to create a brand new move. I'm going to give this move a unique name. I'm going to give it a status of maybe a department move. Maybe it's going to be in a planning state. I'll take on the ownership of being the move manager or your space planner here by entering my name into this field. I'll also give it a start date of today and an end date of today. Now, typically what a customer would do in this case would be to click over to the Move List tab and manually build this import, right? We would add all of the people we wanted and then drag them to their proper locations. But what Symantec wants to do is actually import into this Symantec February 27th move. So instead of navigating through the Move console here, I'm simply going to close this and go out to Excel and show you something. So here in Excel, I've built a Move List import. What we need in order to import somebody into a unique space is these string of fields: portfolio, building name, floor number, space number, employee ID, and then the action. Do we want to add them to the space? Maybe they have a previous space and you want to add them to both spaces. Maybe you want to move them out of a previous space into this new space, or maybe you want to delete them from the space you have listed here. But you'll notice that the move name coincides with the portfolio name. I'm going to move them into the GGF01 building, 3rd floor, and this unique space number. We also need to reference the employee that we're moving. So you could use their employee ID or their phone number or their email address, something unique about them. But I know that these are their employee IDs, so that's what I chose to use. So basically you create this simple template with the action and all of the employees, and this could be a very, very, very long list. And then you save it out to a tab-delimited text file. So this is the spreadsheet that you would pass around to your move managers or your space planners, etc. And when you receive them back, it's very easy in Centerstone to go ahead and find that move, right? That we're going to import that list of people into this move. And the way that we do that is actually under the Human Resources table. We're going to do a record import. We're going to browse for that text file, which I believe was called MoveImportTemplate. And it's an update spaces import. And training on this would absolutely be provided as part of your implementation, but I'm just kind of giving you a high-level overview of how it works here. So what this screen does is really a template for the import. It wants me to line up the fields that I want to import, and I can move them from here to here manually, or I can leverage a pre-existing template, which I've already built, so I'm going to call it MoveListImport. And you'll notice here that these fields on the right are going to be the mapping for the import. So you might notice that floor portfolio, building number, floor number, space name, employee number, in action match the spreadsheet template that we built earlier exactly in the same order. The checkboxes here indicate which are going to be my primary keys, so we don't import bad data into the wrong columns. So I have everything but the action checked, and all I'm going to do is click Import. And when I do that, it is going to actually read the spreadsheet directly into this Move portfolio, okay? So if I go back to the Moves tab here, and I search for that move, and I open it up, this is the move we created, right? I never actually went to the Move List tab, but if I do here now, because the import has been done, you'll see the list of people and their 2 locations. So again, if I bring up this spreadsheet here, you'll notice that the 2 locations match up with the space numbers here that I've told the system where these people are going to sit. So you can create this spreadsheet well in advance. You can import it into the Move tool well in advance. And only when that move has actually been completed will you have to revisit this. You can come in here and say it's been completed and put the actual start and the actual end date in. And then the last step would be to click Apply to As-Built. So if I do that, Apply to As-Built, we'll execute the amendments from the Move plan into your As-Built portfolio. Just like that, the Apply to As-Built has been completed. I can click OK. It grays out all of the fields on the Move, so we don't make any more changes to it because this transaction has been executed, and I can close the Move window. Now, to prove it worked, let's look up one of these people. I know that this is my employee ID right here. So when I open up my employee record and look at my locations, I should be on the 3rd floor in this office. So let's do that. Let's go to the HR tab. Let's look for my last name. I could also search by first name or employee ID, etc. And if I double click on my record here, here's my employee record. And on my locations tab, you'll notice that there I am. 3rd floor, office 315. If I double click on it, it's representing my name in the actual space, which thankfully is a corner office. So just like that, you guys could import your spreadsheet just following this simple premise. Just these 4 or 5 columns are what you need to get going. And your space planners, move coordinators, etc., could fill this out and drastically reduce the time it takes you to build the move lists yourself. I'd be happy to answer any other questions on the topic. Should you have any follow-ups, please reach out to our account manager, Billy Coughlin, or Wally Singleton at Symantec, and they'll funnel the questions to me. Thank you for your time.